Billy Joel cancels touring after being diagnosed with a brain disorder. So his real name, supposedly, according to Wikipedia, William Martin Joel, American singer, songwriter, and pianist who has enjoyed a successful solo career since the 1970s, nicknamed the Piano Man after his 1973 hit song. Joel produced successful pop songs for 2 decades, retiring in 1993 with River of Dreams. His hits include Tell Her About It, Uptown Girl, and The Longest Time. Joel has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Songwriters Hall of Fame, and the Kennedy Center Honors.
And Billy Joel has canceled all concerts for a year after being diagnosed with a brain condition. It is known as normal pressure hydrocephalus. And a post on Joel's social media account says it was exacerbated by his recent concert appearances. We're joined by CBS News chief medical correspondent Dr. John LaPook. So, John, a lot of us have never even heard of this. What exactly is it?
Maurice, it's called normal pressure hydrocephalus. Now, normally there's a clear fluid that bathes the brain and the spine. And if that increases abnormally, it can build up in these chambers called ventricles that are in the brain. And you can imagine that if it enlarges, they can put pressure on normal brain tissue and cause typical symptoms, which are trouble thinking, trouble walking, and trouble with urinary incontinence. Now, you don't have to have all three of those things. And so you have to have a very high level of suspicion about, is this happening? And there are lots of other things that can cause it. Ultimately, you have to really think, gee, this could be happening insidiously, and you do an MRI, which is a brain scan, and you say, oh boy, these are enlarged. We better look into this further.
This all sounds very serious. Is it? And what causes this?
Yeah, it can be serious. I just spoke to a neurologist who told me, you know what? It's generally in people who are older. It may be some past brain trauma like infection or bleeding, but usually it just comes out of the blue and we really don't know why.
Got to pay attention. So what about the treatment here? What's that look like?
Coincidentally, I had a patient who came into my office last week. He gave me permission to say this in his 70s, and he had these typical symptoms. And he was treated by removing fluid from those ventricles, and it decreased. There was a surgical procedure, and now he's feeling perfectly fine.
So that's what they say. That's what they say. Joel revealed on Instagram that he had normal pressure hydrocephalus, again, a brain disorder that can affect brain-related abilities, including thinking and concentrating, memory, movement, and more. The Cleveland Clinic says, right? And Billy Joel is age 76. He wrapped up his decade-long residency at Madison Square Garden in July 2024 and continued to tour. His planned summer stops included shows at Yankee Stadium and Citi Field in New York and MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tickets for all the shows will be refunded. Okay, and look at that right there. Right? So he's nicknamed the Piano Man after the 73 hit song. You see that? Piano Man, released in 73. Brain disorder equals 73. And 37. The article, May 23rd, 73 and 37. Date numerology. Wow, what was up with that? But check that out. Nicknamed the Piano Man after the 73 hit song. Released in 73. The article 7337. Date numerology. Brain disorder 73. brain equals 37. Now, this is what they call this brain disorder. It's got 133 like Piano Man. Normal pressure hydrocephalus or cephalus, whatever. Look at that. 133 Piano Man 133. Check that out. Now, this is Piano Man. This is Piano Man right here. Just so we can get a feel of this song. One that I remember, Uptown Girl, which we're gonna play also here in a bit. And he's had other hits, but I'm not really sure. Right. This is a little bit before my time here. And I got the speed slowed down. Movie star. All right, so that's the Piano Man that they kind of speak of. And again, we hit with that 73-37 there. 133 with the brain disorder. And even here's some other connections here. Look at Cancel. Cancel's touring. Look at Cancel's got 124 like disorder. Reverse with the language, reverse the alphabet. Cancel 124 like the disorder right there. And look at you see his middle name is Martin. Martin's got 30 and 75 like Billy. But look, Martin's got 42 like Cancels, 42 like Joel. You see that right there? And I may have missed another one in there. I don't know. Joel's got 42 like Cancels. But look at those connections. Uptown Girl. She's a uptown girl. I know you heard of that one. Uptown Girl and the Piano Man. Look at how it hits. Uptown Girl, this singer announced that he underwent surgery and had to undergo physical therapy. A statement at the time said doctors expected him to make a full recovery. Look at that. Uptown Girl's got 52 like disorder even. This is Uptown Girl. And again, the speed slowed down a little bit. We've heard of that one, right? Oh yeah, classic. Well, I was trying to catch that little hook again. But yeah, we've heard that. We've heard that, right? Okay, let me change slides. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so look, the article May 23rd, right? Of course, his birthday was 14 days before the article. He's got the 5/9 birthday, May 9th. Okay, you see the article dated 5/23. 14 days later, his birthday 5/9. 5 plus 9 is 14. Make that a span from the birthday to the article dated May 23rd. A 15-day span from start to end. So 14 days after his birthday, the article, 15 days, including his birthday. So the birthday to the article, 15 days. Joel equals 15. Billy Joel equals 51. You get the same numbers.
Billy Joel has canceled all scheduled upcoming concerts following a brain disorder diagnosis. On May 23rd, the 76-year-old singer posted a statement on his Instagram, informing followers that he's been diagnosed with normal pressure hydrocephalus, a brain disorder that he says has caused problems with his hearing, vision, and balance. Under his doctor's instructions, Billy is undergoing specific physical therapy and has been advised to refrain from performing during this recovery period. Billy is thankful for the excellent care he is receiving and is fully committed to prioritizing his health. Fans who'd planned to see the Vienna singer in Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, New York City, and 14 other venues and cities will be automatically refunded. This update comes 2 months after Billy fell during a performance in Connecticut on February 22nd. Social media footage from the audience showed him spinning a mic stand around in the air before seeming to lose his balance and falling to the ground.
Okay, they said he fell. They also said Jim Irsay fell. And Jim Irsay, Colts owner, Indianapolis Colts, he died trending now. And they said he fell as well. So they're saying Billy Joel fell also.
The Piano Man was back on his feet quickly at the time, but this recent news gives more context to the troubling incident. At the 2024 Grammy Awards, the icon appeared to be in good spirits. He joked with Access Hollywood's Scott Evans about how it felt to unveil his first new song in 30 years.
What does that feel like, to be debuting on the Grammy stage?
Feels like Rip Van Winkle. There's so much that's happened in the last 30 years. The state of the art has changed. I don't know how the charts work. I don't know how radio works. I just, play the piano.
Right. Do cool basically.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Billy Joel has canceled.
Okay. Nice, easy one. I'm feeling pretty tired. I'll be going to work. And then again, work in the AM. And then the days off just to basically recover. Oops. And that's the wrong story. Here it is right here. So I like to just kind of look. So again, he's age 76. There may be some other connections within this article. That's basically all the information they give us. So, again, that was nice and easy. What was the biggest connection here? Probably maybe the 73s. And that right there. I mean, the condition to a T fits with Piano Man, And they say he's known as the Piano Man. That 7337 hits big too. Released in 73, Brain Disorder 73, the article on a 73 date numerology. And don't forget the 37 with Brain. Oh, and something else. Brain also equals 26. And 26 has been hitting super, super heavy lately. 26 landed in the San Diego plane crash. 26 and 62 landed really heavy. See private jet 126, power line 126. U.S. Navy owned housing area where this plane crashed. Navy 62. Dave Shapiro 62, co-founder of Talent Group. R.I.P. to him. Daniel Williams 62. The Devil Wears Prada drummer. Even the plane, 626 in the language, like 62, like 26. And again, Kobe Bryant energy, as Kobe Bryant died in an air-related incident as well on 126, and Brian equals 26. All right. So even with Scott Adams and Joe Biden having the same cancer, 26s were all over those stories as well. As cancer equals 26, Joseph equals 26. Look at this. Monday has been diagnosed with the same aggressive prostate cancer. Scott Adams, Monday, 2 weeks, 6 days before his birthday. And again, the creator of the Dilbert comic strip. So look at all the 26s. And then that diagnosed, I guess is what they said. He said Monday that he had been diagnosed. You see, Monday left 226 days in the year. Right there. And his birthday left 206 days in the year. That'll be his upcoming birthday, like 26. So just a couple of examples of all the 26s that have been hitting lately. Don't forget Shannon Sharp. He's also born on the 26th. And he's trending. June 26th. Cassie is born on the 26th of August as well. So many examples, even with the Diddy case right here, flooded with 26s. So I'll try to show a couple of them real quick. Right here, you see 26 weeks exactly after his birthday was the jury selection for this trial of his. Diddy equals 26. P. Diddy 62, sex trafficking 226. Okay. So more 26s to add with cancer, or excuse me, brain equals 26, also cancer 26. But yeah, brain disorder for Billy Joel, cancels touring after being diagnosed with the brain disorder. Shout out to y'all. Daily Decodes 812, about to get some coffee, about to head out. All right. Everybody have, whoever's out there. I know Richard West is out there. Shout out to you. Have a good day. Everybody try to stay balanced. It's a crazy fake world we live in. We got to report a lot of these negative stories as well. So, sympathy to anybody out there suffering. Until next time, peace.